we're back.
All right. My goodness.
We are in the red. Oh, I don't know why my voice just cracked like that. That was weird.
Oh, you're going through the change.
Menopause?
Yes. You're about that age.
I feel it today. So, what all we got going on today?
I was looking to see what episode this is. I want to say 187.
185.
No. 185 is the one I edited last night. That's not even out yet as we record this.
Oh, okay. So 186.
Okay, yeah. You're probably right. Damn it, it logged back into the other podcast. Well, I guess it's a good time to tell everybody we have another podcast called Death Savers where we play D&D and record it. You should check it out sometime if you like that kind of thing. All right, here we go. This will be 186.
So 186. All right.
And I don't talk about Killj a whole lot on here. But
Who?
I am a shameless self-promoter, and I just rang the shameless self-promotion bell. We did a really cool interview today.
The Jiggy Jaguar Show?
With the Jiggy Jaguar on the Jiggy Jaguar Show. Say that 3 times real fast.
I did good to say it once.
I think it aired live, but he said he's going to post a video, and and by we, I mean you recorded it as well with your cameras.
Yes.
So if you didn't hear it live, I advertised it a lot because I wasn't sure when to tell people to listen. And
that's something we probably should have asked him, how they could have listened.
Well, I mean, his radio show is pretty well known in his area, but I just didn't know how to. I didn't know if for sure that it was going to be live, and I didn't know for sure what the time zone situation was because that was kind of confusing. I was sitting here ready at 12:30, and it wound up being at 1:30. But we had a good time talking to him, and it was really cool. So we're gonna have that out. We are in I wouldn't say final stages, maybe the middle stages of planning our annual Le Bonheur benefit. And it's looking like that's probably going to most likely be September 10th. We wanted to have it later, but that just didn't work out. So we're in crunch time right now trying to get that prepared. So I want to go ahead and mention it to get that out there into the universe. Other Killj dates is October 28th at Greyfest in Corinth. November 19th at Change in Tupelo. That's a cool little skateboard shop. And I don't remember which episode it was, but not that long ago, Anthony interviewed the owner of Change on our podcast. January the 21st, that's a ways away, but they're putting together a really big show at the Tupelo Furniture Market in Building 5. We're going to get more details about that later. So that's all I got as far as announcements. Other than we have content for your fishing channel.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Well, we've got too much content. I've got to learn how to edit it down and make it look a little bit more streamlined. And because I did a lot of editing last night, it was an hour and a half worth of footage.
Even if you don't even use that footage at all, it's a good opportunity to.
Well, it's going to help me brush up.
And 2, help you figure out.
Yeah, it's going to help me brush up on my video editing because I haven't done it in a while. We get from one hobby to the next.
Oh, God, I don't know it.
One of my hobbies always seems to fall in the background. But this one I'm going to have to definitely make sure I keep up on.
We were supposed to go fishing again today, but between weather and we had that interview to do, and Sean showed up, and we moved a new refrigerator into the studio. I got to get the old one ready to move out. I'm going to get a heat gun because the studio refrigerator is pretty awesome other than the fact that it sucks. It's awesome to look at. It's not awesome functionally because I've covered it in stickers over the years.
Well, Sean said the hair dryer is what he used to take them off his old guitar.
I don't have to get all of them off, but there's a few that I do want to keep. A lot of them I also bought at Rockstar Records when they still have like that Badass Misfit sticker.
Yeah.
And I think that Kiss sticker and one other one.
Which is cool. You can go on Amazon and order like sticker packs.
Yeah.
You can do like a band sticker pack, or you can do
I knew this refrigerator was going to get replaced like over a year ago. So I stopped putting stickers on it. I've got a few magnets that acquired and even a few that I printed that I put on there. But so I've saved up stickers for over a year from bands and breweries and and I've probably got enough stickers to just about start over and recover the new one.
And I've got one or two I can throw in. I'm sure
we can come up with a real pop culture sticker. I think I've got a Kill Pop Culture sticker.
I've still got a stack of Kill Pop Culture stickers.
A throwback to the old days when we were
Kill Pop Culture.
So there was a couple things I want to talk about, and the way news works nowadays, this might be considered old news by the time this airs, but regardless, I wanted to talk about it. The news broke recently of the canceled Batgirl movie, and I was really shocked about that. And Kevin Smith, me and you watched his Babylon podcast last night. He shed a lot of light on that.
That podcast, which we watched the YouTube version of it.
Yeah,
it was funny.
Yeah, it was really good. I've listened to Fat Man Beyond, but I haven't watched any of the Babylon yet.
I haven't either.
It's really good, but he shed a lot of light on that. There's a whole new regime over at Warner Brothers, and there was something about a tax cut if you do it by a certain time, and basically they cut their losses in order to save. They're still going to lose money, but not $90 million that they put into it.
They'll only lose $70 million.
Yeah, they saved $20 million by cutting their losses at the time that they did. So, like, basically, it was a do or die thing. And it's just really unfortunate because, damn it, we were going to see Michael Keaton. He filmed scenes for that, or was going to.
Yeah, he donned the cape again.
Which he's supposed to in the Flash movie as well, but...
If it ever gets released.
They're saying it's still going to get released, but damn, that's shrouded in a lot of controversy and unfortunate circumstances at the moment, too. It just, man, it seems like DC just gets
railroaded.
Kicked in the ass every turnaround, and I don't know. It sucks.
It's showbiz, man.
Yeah, it happens. And I guess that's one thing. We live in a world where things are announced way, way out. Like, we knew about this Batgirl movie for months and months and months. And I don't know, back in the day, a movie might have got canceled like this, and we wouldn't have even ever known.
Yeah, because they wouldn't announce it till they started doing like trailers and posters and the advertisement regime.
Well, you know, I don't mind showing my age, but I remember where you didn't find out about a movie till you went to another movie and saw the preview.
Seen the preview, yeah.
Now, like, you would not be late for a movie because you wanted to see the previews.
I remember that.
And, you know, word of mouth from other people that it's like, man, I went to see so-and-so, and guess what's coming out?
Or if you looked on the newspaper, you could see what was playing that weekend because the local theater always had it posted. Or do you remember when you used to be able to call them, and it was
I would call
hotline?
I would call the Aim Richmond Cinema all the time, and they'd
to see what was playing?
They would leave a voicemail of the shows and showtimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're old. I remember going to Album Alley in Tupelo.
Oh, wow.
Because they had a Ticketmaster computer in there.
Yep.
And you could find out about concerts that are in the area and buy tickets there at the record store.
Done that several times. I remember having to wait in line to buy tickets to a concert.
And what else was it that got canceled? Kevin Smith said he was working on a big project himself.
Strange Adventures or something like that.
Strange something. It's a comic book, but
it's the B-rate, not B-rate. It's the comic book
heroes and villains that
only pop up once just once in a while.
And he was there was a lot of money tied up into that, like a lot of money, and they axed it. They basically, the new CEO in Warner Brothers is saying that no more DC movies and
no more DC TV shows. It's only going to be theatrical movies.
Yeah, not HBO Max movies. Theater movies. And I'm like, okay, you're living in a world where people
streaming is
are used to getting a lot of content from franchises, and you just basically cut out, in a way, HBO Max, which is a huge streaming service right now. It's,
to me, one of the best.
One of the best. I mean,
content-wise, and just being able to navigate the dashboard-wise. I mean, it's super simple.
Yeah.
and there's always something to watch. It seems like.
I guess the only thing I have to say about it is it's frustrating. I mean, you got to feel bad for all the people that put a lot of hard work into that movie that'll never see the light of day. And the thing is, for them to get that tax break, it can't ever see the light of day.
Never can ever earn $1.
Yeah, he said that there's never going to be, there can't be a Snyder cut kind of situation for this movie. Otherwise, they'd have to pay all that money back.
So I wonder if that means that they're just going and just deleting it, so it can't never leak.
That'd be well, it's not finished. It's
the way he was talking. It was finished.
There were some reshoots left to do.
Oh,
not say it's unfinishable. You could get a form of it probably out there that's leaked. I remember a couple of movies that leaked a long time ago that weren't quite complete. Like
because you could see the CG.
Yeah, you could see like green screens in some spots,
Yeah.
and like there would even be a spot of like an animated piece that
or
was
it'd
going
be
to
a drawing
later,
board that
it was
says
going to be
insert
later like
so
filled
and so
in
here.
with special effects.
Yeah,
And that's really the thing is when they finish a movies, there's a lot of special effects they add afterwards. So if you haven't gone to post production with the movie, you're gonna have a lot of it that's missing. So I don't know. I don't like it, but maybe they have an idea that's going to make DC better down the road. I just don't see it right now because
or maybe this dude just ain't a comic book person.
I don't know.
It said the guy who bought them out or merged is the guy who owns Discovery Channel.
Yeah, and don't Discovery have their own?
Yeah, Discovery Plus, which
Yeah.
I got to say is a awesome channel if you like the Discovery Channel.
So you just like pay an extra?
Yeah, it's just another streaming service.
Oh, okay.
But he bought CNN Plus and literally just canceled it shortly after it got up and going. Which I don't understand why somebody would just subscribe to CNN
So
Plus.
this guy
but
that's known to kill streaming services.
just bought one of the most successful streaming services. And
Well, Warner Brothers doesn't. I don't think they own HBO Max. They're a big part of it. I don't know the connection there. I just know that that's where a lot of DC content winds up right now, and that might be changing. But either way, it sounds like we're going to be getting less. It's a lot harder to make a 2-hour movie than it is to make a series, which sounds weird. But you have more people involved and bigger budgets and different quotas to satisfy as far as revenue. It's. I'm not going to sit here and pretend to be like somebody that knows how Hollywood works, but
well, it sounds like to me he's wanting to go back to pre-streaming service. If he wants everything to just be theatrical.
yeah. On a good note, The Sandman is out on Netflix, and it did not disappoint.
I've watched 1.5 episodes, and I'm hooked.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to give away anything spoilery. First of all, I haven't even finished it myself. I'm only on episode 6, which, oh my God, was amazing. So I'm ready for episode 7 now. You've had like 1. Alicia's all the way up to 9, so I got to catch up with her. But here's what they did with that show. It is so hard to do with TV shows and movies when you have source material that's already great. The comic book and the audio book adaptation of the comic. It was so good, and you don't want to just beat for beat make a TV show that's exactly like it, because people will say, well, this is no different than the comic book. If I wanted to, see this, this is just a visualization of what's already there. But on the other hand, if you just completely change it so much that it's unrecognizable from the source material, then everybody's like, well, why even call it that? They did a beautiful job of telling these stories accurately and adapted them to screen in a way that it's different. It's going to please everybody, I think. The hardcore comic book fans, to people like Alicia that's watching it and loving it. She didn't even know it was a comic book.
I didn't either until we discussed it.
Like I think it's going to satisfy everyone, and it's just beautifully shot. Just in watching, I'm like, man, they must have had a pretty nice budget.
Wow, yes.
Like this looks good, like Marvel movie good, as far as like the visualizations and special effects and such.
You can tell they did not skimp out on the budget.
They couldn't have. So I'm really excited about finishing that up. It's just been really good. I was hooked instantly. My plan was to watch an episode or two and go to bed. I watched 6 episodes, and they're almost an hour apiece.
Yeah. I think that's what I did. I was so tired when I got home Friday night. I put the first episode in and was like, oh, dude, this is so awesome. But then I fell asleep short. I want to say halfway through the second episode. I don't even know if I got that far, to be honest.
Yeah, and another thing I would do when I was watching it, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to start this one, but I'm not going to be able to finish it. And it would be so good that I'd be like, forget that I was supposed to stop it and go to bed.
Yeah, because we had big plans for Saturday. And
well, we still did them. We just didn't do them as early as we intended. We got a lot done this weekend, though, overall.
Oh, I think so.
And we're still going to play D&D here in about half hour to an hour. And we're doing a podcast, and I haven't even uploaded the last podcast.
You quit jinxing us.
I know.
This weekend we've been on a ball.
Hell, we've been on like I said, we're butter, man. We've been on a roll.
And next weekend we got pretty good plans going on. So
hang on, let me think. Yeah, we got good plans next weekend. Oh yeah, I'm excited about that, but I can't tell you why.
Is there a cake involved?
Probably.
Is it big enough for something to jump out of?
Oh, speaking of you and your birthday and things you like, and this happens every couple of months, and I went to all the major horror movie websites and didn't see anything about this, so I'm sure it was just another false flag, false alarm.
Was this what we was talking about when I was half asleep this morning?
Yeah, I'm sure it was just another false alarm, but I saw an image of a Freddy glove, and it was a really cool image. Like you could see in the blades, you could see the reflections of like Freddy and a couple other things, and it just said a Nightmare on Elm Street, and I couldn't read what it said at the bottom because I was looking at it, like I couldn't zoom into it or whatever, but they were basically dropping hints at a new movie. And Robert Englund has expressed interest in doing one more.
Yeah, he said he would don the glove one more movie.
But man, I mean, they need to hurry up.
And they were talking about making it a anthology TV show.
Well, see,
but I think that got axed pretty early.
I'm not that worried about him being in his 70s, but when he made that announcement, that was at least 2 years ago when he made an appearance on the Goldbergs. They were there. I think he was doing an interview for that because they were talking about like how cool it was that he came back one more time, and he said something about, well, I may be willing to come back for one more movie or something like that. And that's been a while. And I've said this 100 times. Robert Englund doesn't have anything left to prove. So he's an actor, a great actor. So just let him act. Put the makeup on. Put the suit on. Let him do all the speaking parts, deliver all the dialogue, all the voiceovers. And then when it comes to all the action scenes, not just the stunts, even if he's just running up a flight of stairs after somebody, let the young guys, stunt guys that are so good at what they do, put on the makeup and the glove and the hat and let them take care of all that. You just deliver your lines. Nobody's going to fault you for not...
Do your FaceTime part of it.
Yeah, nobody's going to fault Robert Englund for not, doing a scene where he's jumping over a bar on top. Like back in his day, he probably would have done minor action shots. But I mean, he's in his 70s, and as far as like, oh well, he's too old. Well, I mean, he's under a ton of makeup. You can make Freddy Krueger, who's burned, look as young or old as you need to.
Yeah.
So that's not really a problem either. It's not like it has to be physically demanding. And again, if people find out the stunt guys did a majority of the on-screen footage, I don't think people are going to be pissed about it.
I don't think the true Freddy fans are going to be pissed at all.
Like I said, for one, he's old. Two, he don't have nothing left to prove. I mean, he's been a badass, and I'd like to see him do one more. I'm not being honest.
Because, you know, he still acts in a lot of other roles.
Well, I mean, he was just in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And did a great job. Again,
yes.
Just let him do that kind of stuff. The close shots, all the voiceover stuff. Because, you know, there's a lot to Freddy other than just seeing him.
You got his one-liners, man. That's what makes Freddy Freddy.
Well, no, I mean, like scenes where like you're going through a boiler room and you can hear him talking, but you don't know where he is.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of voiceover stuff. Of course, that's got to be Robert Englund. But as far as the shadowy figure in a Freddy costume that's chasing somebody down an alleyway, that ain't got to be Robert Englund.
I mean, I'd volunteer for it. They'd have to do a little bit of CGI, make me a little bit taller and a little bit slimmer. Or a lot slimmer.
And a lot taller. Yeah, I mean, you know, I would be fine with that. And I won't even say anything about the other franchise because I'll talk about that too much, I know.
Well, hopefully not too much longer. We might hear something about that.
Maybe. Lady Gaga has signed on, and I'm assuming this is official. She's going to be Harley Quinn in The Joker 2. That's going to be interesting.
This might be my new favorite movie.
She always delivers as far as her work
Performances,
she's done on screen.
man.
Like, she doesn't suck at acting.
Her best role, American Horror Stories, man. Hotel. That was just the best.
And she's kind of proved she can do it all. Like, she's done the comedy thing. She's been in the Lonely Island videos, and she was hilarious. She's done horror, of course.
She's done that movie, To Catch a Star, or
The Star is Born.
Star is Born,
yeah.
which I still haven't seen.
What's that one that Gucci?
Yeah, Gucci.
I haven't seen it, but I heard a lot of talk about it being, you know, a big deal. So anyway, looking forward to that. What else? Man, there's been so many things come out in the last little bit.
I think, didn't Prey just drop?
Yes, thank you. I have heard really good things about that.
I have too.
From the internet and from my friends that have seen it. They all rave. I've had several people say this is the best Predator movie.
Oh, man, that's hard.
I'm still hurt they didn't call it Predator.
Dude, I'm glad they didn't. You know how hard that'd have been how hard that would have been to say.
No. That's not hard at all.
Hey, man, did you watch that new Predator movie?
Why they call it Predator? Because it's a prequel and it's Predator, so why wouldn't we call it that? Mark knows everything.
There's a new one coming out, They, Them, that looks outstanding. Horror movie.
Have you seen that new Jurassic Park movie?
Nah, yeah. We watched some of it over here.
Throwing shade at that, but I thought it was pretty damn good. It's hard to mess those movies up. I mean, dinosaurs are cool. Chris Pratt's cool. They brought back the original people from the first one.
Yeah.
All the ones that are still alive anyway. So that was cool to see them.
Did they bring the little blonde-headed girl back?
I don't think so.
Her and the little boy. I think those are the only two they didn't bring back. You know, because that was her kids.
Was it? I'm trying to remember their role, those two scientists. No, that wasn't their kids.
The blonde-headed lady? Because she was... what I seen of the movie, she was talking about them being in college now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I only watched part of it because I had to leave that night and go back home.
It's been a long time since I've seen the first one, but, I mean, what a classic. And I think they're always going to be cranking those out because it's easy. I mean, I'm not saying it's easy. You know, I guess it's never easy to make a movie, but it's easy to come up with a good story when you have dinosaurs living in current day time. There's a lot of
it's kind of hard to
There's a
mess
lot of
up.
stories. That's a deep well to
Mine from
there before it runs out.
Well, because you don't have anybody that says, "Hey, man, that couldn't happen." Like, well, dude, like what you kept pointing out, dinosaurs would have to eat more than what the Earth had provided at this particular time to stay alive for that long.
Were you in here when we were talking about that? Because we had that exact conversation during the movie.
I was in here. I hadn't left yet.
Oh, yeah. If we had dinosaurs right here, right now, and people might say, well, hey, I mean, they lived and had enough food then. Yeah, but the world wasn't overpopulated then, and
it wasn't a concrete jungle.
It wasn't nothing but food.
Yeah.
Like that one big dinosaur, I looked it up because after I watched it, we did a bunch of dinosaur fact checking. Because some of the stuff is fictionalized in Jurassic Park. It's not all prehistorically accurate. Like the Velociraptor, for example. There was a raptor, but it was nothing like the Jurassic Park raptors.
Yeah.
But this one dinosaur eats 100 pounds of leaves a day from trees.
100 pounds?
Of leaves. You know how light a leaf is? If
Yeah.
you drop it, it floats to the ground.
That's normally what happens when you drop a leaf.
In a beautiful cascading zigzag.
Well, if he ate that much pine straw, I could use him out at the house.
But imagine that 100 pounds of leaves, and leaves are light, again. That's a lot of food. That's several trees worth of leaves. And back then...
Unless they're like really big leaves.
There was probably trees everywhere, like literally.
Oh, yeah.
But now, I mean, there's not as many trees. So...
And the leaves are smaller.
They would eat up all our food, and they kind of addressed that in the movie, but I don't want to say much because...
Yeah, because like I said, I haven't seen it.
But it was always good to see Jeff Goldblum. I mean, if you could just stick him in there for at least 5 minutes, but he played a big part in this one. So I think we'll still be seeing Jurassic Park movies for
at least one or two more. Yeah,
it's sort of like the Godzilla, King Kong franchise.
Well, you see, part 2's fixing to come out of that.
I think they're going to keep cranking those out every couple of years, maybe every 3 years. So,
dude, that is still uncanny right there. That same boat keeps popping up on every page you pull up. Both of them.
Yeah. Yeah, we were looking at boats online, and these same boats pop up everywhere on my phone.
We looked up these two specific boats, and they have popped up on every page that we pull up.
Yeah. And you wonder how much does it cost them to do that? Advertising is not cheap. And they show me stuff like that so much. If I actually went and bought the damn boat, would it not be... Would they even break even on how much they spent trying to talk me into it?
One person? No. But there's probably more than just me and you looking at a lightweight two-person boat.
And I'm sure somebody out there's going, lightweight? Have you seen these guys?
Not us, the boat being lightweight.
Yeah, I know. I try to predict what people will say about me and say it before they get to.
It takes the fun out of it. I like people to use their imagination.
I like to take the fun out of it when it comes to insulting me. I don't want that to be fun.
I like seeing how many new ways people can do it.
I do. I have enjoyed like using technology to look for places to go fishing and content to contribute to your fishing channel. I'm really looking forward to that because I love to fish, and it's one thing.
We did come up with a name for it.
Hell We Here Outdoors.
Hell We Here Outdoors.
Hell We Here.
There's a little backstory to that. Once we get the channel actually going,
there's a reason. Yeah, there's a reason we call it that.
We will get into that. But
well, to give us a mild explanation, a quick one is, it's sort of like I've always said,
a bad day of fishing is better than a good day at work.
You're still fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I go fishing all day long and don't catch a single fish, yeah, that sucks, but I was still fishing.
Which has happened the first couple times we went fishing.
I was still out there. I still enjoyed the journey. Catching fish when you fish, to me, is just icing on the cake. You still got some damn cake, even without it.
Yeah. That fish just made it that much sweeter.
Yep. Those empty calories. All right, so we did a segment for the next podcast.
All right.
I should have wrote more stuff down because there was more stuff in my head that I was thinking about. Let me see if
keep from editing and just stop it and let's just do a quick look.
I was going to look at my notes real quick on my phone because sometimes if I see or hear something, I'll jot it down.
I used to do that, and here lately I've got to where I've forgotten to do it. I've been screenshotting more dad jokes and sending them to you. Then I have notes.
Man, I heard a good joke the other day, and I was like, I'm going to tell that on the podcast. I can't remember.
Got all of mine on my phone right now. But we're going to save them up for a dad joke special. We'll just dad joke each other back and forth.
All right, we're going to get off here before we get to the point where we're just sitting here looking at each other and not saying anything. That's really hard to edit. It happens a lot.
Those are
Usually it happens late at night.
Oh.
When we're tired and maybe buzzed. And, yeah, I have to edit out a lot of pregnant pauses.
With that, and there's a lot of us just being super silly. Pregnant pause.
Exactly. All right. All right, so this is a really good example of why you shouldn't brag about being caught up on content. Because, excuse me, we recorded the first part of what you just heard like 3 weeks ago.
Has it been 3 weeks?
Well, it was at least 3 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
Well, I talked about the Batgirl movie being canceled, and that had just happened, and now that's kind of old news.
That's true.
So, yeah, because last weekend you were here, but we didn't podcast anything.
Well, I think there was so much going on.
I even have something about your birthday in my notes.
And that's been... it's been a month ago exactly.
Yeah, we were talking about... I think I put in my notes something about to mention your birthday party.
Yeah.
Oh, because I wanted to talk about your cool-ass cake.
Man, I wish we could, show a picture up, on the podcast.
Yeah.
Which we will be able to soon on the YouTube channel, but that'll
Well,
really
I showed
be
Tara a
old news,
picture
man.
of a cake. I was like, can you do something like this? And she said, I could do a version of that. So Alicia went to Spirit of Halloween and got a Freddy glove, and she made a cake that said Sweet Dreams, and it's got the glove bursting up out of the cake with blood on it.
Dude.
And I didn't tell anybody at the time, but that's real blood.
That's going to make my Halloween costume look even better. Because I'm using that for my Halloween costume.
No, we got some red gel icing for the blood. And she did the cake in white so it would stand out even more. That was pretty cool.
I've showed everybody
It's
my
pretty dope ass cake.
Everybody's like, oh my God, that is awesome. But you were talking about the irony of bragging?
Yeah, my notes here on this part is just to go through what we talked about and update it. Well, not just that, but you know what I mean.
Well, that way it kind of falls in line with everything we was talking about a month ago or 3 weeks ago.
We mentioned something about, speaking of Nightmare on Elm Street and your birthday, there was some news.
The newest bit of news that I sent you, and I don't know that. I don't know if it's taken out of context or what, but Kevin Bacon
That's right, yeah.
had said something about never say never about him donning the glove.
Well,
But he doesn't want to do it unless
Robert Englund actually recommended that, and he was responding to that.
Well, I seen
statement he
that
said
was
in
a
the interview
response of it, but I never
that
did
he would like to see Robert Englund himself said he'd like to see Kevin Bacon don the glove and be Freddy. And somebody brought that up to him in an interview, and he was like, he didn't shoot it down.
I would not be 100% against that. Of course, I might say different after I watch the movie, if it happened. But, Kevin Bacon has been a pinnacle in the horror genre for a pretty,
he was one of the first people to get killed in the original Friday the 13th.
Yep.
That was one of his first movies.
I think that was his first movie.
I don't know. I think he'd done some stuff before that, but I don't know if it was movies or TV or what. But Stir of Echoes is a huge underrated horror movie. It's one of my favorite. Would Tremors be a horror movie? Sci-fi?
Sci-fi, fantasy, horror. I'd say yes.
Fantasy? They had dragons too.
Fantasy because it was graboids.
Yeah, that's kind of a dragonish. I don't know what the hell that thing is.
Overgrown, mutated earthworm.
Sure. Actually, they're aliens, right?
Graboids
are from outer space.
No, I think they said they're prehistoric.
Oh, they were around before the dinosaurs.
I think. I don't know. It's graboids. And they got sillier the further it went along, but still.
And of course, we talked about the Batgirl movie being canceled. I've heard some news that Kevin Smith said on his podcast that the Warner Brothers people are getting together with all the people that worked on the Batgirl movie, and they're calling it like a movie funeral. They're having like a service for it, and they're going to show a version of the movie to all the people that worked on it, and then lock it away in a vault forever.
Why lock it away? I don't understand that. Why just get rid of it? Just hit the delete button.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're physically putting a copy of it in a vault, and I think they're deleting all the digital so that there's no way it'll leak. Because if it leaks, they don't get that big tax break that we talked about.
Yeah, but if you've got a copy of it, it will eventually leak.
I mean, probably not even in our lifetime, but yeah, it probably will.
Look how good a vault did.
Like our grandkids will probably see it, and by then it won't matter.
Yeah, but look how good a vault did Tommy Lee. I mean, he had his stuff locked up in a vault.
You almost made me spit tea everywhere. I think it's a little bit different, but yeah, it'll get out one day. Somebody will be going through the vault, like cleaning stuff out, and be like, they'll blow the dust off of a big movie reel and be like, Batgirl? I've never seen a Batgirl movie.
You know, it'd be funny if they done that like 200 years in the future, released it, and then they had to pay back that $20 million plus all the interest of whatever $20 million interest is in 200 years.
I like how you have so much faith that humanity will survive the next 200 years.
Oh, humanity will. Technology might not, but
don't you think it'd be the opposite? Because, I mean, we're like this far away from AI being real.
AI's already real.
Oh.
It's on your phone.
Oh, Siri?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does listen to me because every time I talk about something, there's advertisements on my phone.
Google is AI. Google's an AI. They don't even understand why and how it works. It just started working one day.
You know, Astonishing Legends did a 2-part series on that.
I did. I've heard that.
I think, therefore, AI.
Of course, I'd already heard the whole Google thing before that.
I hadn't heard that interview that they did, the Turing test with the Google machine.
I thought you were supposed to be the nerd in this group.
Well, I mean,
you're the IT guy.
I don't know what you're talking about. So anyway, they're doing like a service for this Batgirl movie. I guess that's their way of, because everybody was throwing some hard shade at Warner Brothers and their new regime about, everybody worked hard on this movie and it's never going to see the light of day. So they're like, okay, well, we'll let the people that worked on it watch it. So maybe that'll quiet down the internet. But
does that mean it was actually finished then?
Not completely. I'm sure they'll have to fill in some gaps. They're going to show them a version of it. I'm sure with editing and adding of some rough special effects, they can piece it together enough to give them a screening.
You think we could sneak into that?
I'm sure.
Me
and you.
We could put our
we wouldn't
phones
stand
in our
out
pocket.
at all. We wouldn't stand out a bit. I bet there's people that are trying to
Oh, yeah. We could pull a whole fanboy thing, man.
We would get out of the car at the parking lot and a drone would fly down and go, nope. Go. We've already heard your podcast. We know what you're up to.
Well, you can wear a podcast shirt and I'll wear the band shirt. That way when we got our mug shots, both of them are like publicized.
Yeah, we would be famous for a minute. These guys snuck into Warner Brothers to try to watch the funeral. I don't need to talk with a piece of ice in my mouth.
No, you don't.
That's distracting. Matter of fact, I found this kind of shocking because they brought up the Snyder Cut in relation to this Batgirl movie. And this new president or CEO of Warner Brothers said the Snyder Cut was a mistake.
Because he doesn't like money.
I mean, the Snyder Cut was awesome, and everybody agrees, but he doesn't like the fact that the fans kind of made it happen. He wants, I guess, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but it seems like he wants Warner Brothers to decide what people see, not the people.
It's because he doesn't like money.
I remember, and sometimes I'm a smart ass, but like
you?
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
Wow.
And but I have this delay that censors what my brain says before it exits my mouth, but sometimes it gets stuck.
I thought that was alcohol.
And stuff just jumps out there. And I remember Amory as a city went wet. And for those listening, yes, so far behind that there are counties in the southeast, at least, where
Well,
you
no,
can't.
it's honestly all the way. It's all across the United States.
It's nationwide?
It's not just us.
I thought it was just around here. There's dry counties, which means you can't buy alcohol. Well, they voted it in. Of course, it's so stupid because you just go to the next, whatever over and buy it, and it's so silly. So they finally voted it in to make Amory wet, and there's a food giant in Fulton that sells beer, and I went into the one in Amory and bought some stuff, and I was like, "Are y'all not going to start selling beer?" She said, "No, they just didn't really want to sell alcohol here. The owner decided he didn't want to do that." I said, "Is he allergic to money?" And then when I said that, I was like, "Oh shoot, that sounded kind of smart-assy." But.
Well, it surprised me that our Walmart was one of the first to start selling beer. Of course, it's hot, or it's Walmart temperature. Let's put it like that. It's not cooler.
It's not in a cooler. It's on the
It's not in the cooler.
Yeah.
It's on an aisle. But dude, they were like one of the first to start throwing up cases of beer and stuff, and having
they have a good
selection.
Yeah, they do have a good selection. That Slightly Mighty light IPA that I like is there, and
I'm
other
not
than
an
Papa
IPA
V's,
guy, but
other than Papa V's, that's the only place there is to get it.
But they do have a decent selection of different kinds of beer in there.
Yeah, I think one of the reasons they have it on the shelves instead of the coolers, they're gonna have to like remodel or something. They don't have a place for it.
Well, that's the reason most stores don't sell it in Amory, because they have to remodel the whole store and put a igloo in there.
Well, a lot of the gas stations added on, like the Shell station, they added a whole
Some of them did.
beer box at the end of the thing. I didn't mean to get off on an alcohol tangent, which is ironic because I'm drinking tea today.
And I'm drinking alcohol.
Well, I'll catch up in a little while. I haven't been up long. So anyway, just to wrap that up, he thought the Snyder Cut situation was a mistake, and I can't disagree more. And that now they're wanting to completely reshape the DCU. Basically, like all the Snyder era, like Batman and all that, and Superman is. Which I would be shocked if they recast like Aquaman and Wonder Woman, because that's killing right now. I mean, that's working.
Well, Snyder
Didn't
Cut
Aquaman make $1
too.
billion or close to it?
I don't know. I never
Both
looked at
Wonder Woman movies have been successful.
Yeah, I never
Everybody
looked at the
loves
money.
Gal Gadot.
Everybody loves Jason Momoa.
I mean, obviously the Flash thing isn't working, to say the least.
Well, let's Ezra Miller Flash thing is not working.
Yes.
But there's actually news on that of what they're fixing to do.
I haven't heard this. Go ahead.
I honestly can't tell you what it is because I didn't read the article.
Oh.
It just said new direction for Ezra Miller's Flash.
Well,
movie.
they officially came out and said that going forward, he's done. They're just they're done, and they're trying to figure out what to do with this movie that's already finished, that they've spent $200 million on.
For the next episode, I will pull it up and see if I can't re-find it. And
we're finishing this episode and then doing another one today.
I'll re-report on that if I can find it.
So we got to catch back up on our content because we got really behind. I'm gonna blame your birthday party, but it was worth it. It was a good birthday party.
Dude, it was epic.
Yeah.
It wasn't the most epic birthday party we've had out here. Nothing got burnt down. Cops wasn't called.
Yeah, there's
Ambulance wasn't called.
no major repairs that needed doing other than a cleanup.
And the cleanup wasn't that bad either, believe it or not.
No.
We played D&D the next day, and
Yeah, we did.
it took us all of 5-10 minutes. No, I think it's the irony of you bragging.
Oh yeah, I shouldn't have bragged about being caught up. But we're getting ready for Halloween season. I've already started buying Halloween decorations. I can't help myself. Every time I go to Dollar General, I'll grab some stuff. It's a weakness.
Dude, I'm all there for you. I've been staying out of all major stores here lately.
What's funny is I found these cool lights. They're like jack-o'-lanterns and ghost lights. And it said $2 on the box. And it was like a pretty big box. I was like, man, that's a good deal.
It was $2 per bowl, but
No, close. I get up there, and this whole big box had a bunch of individual boxes inside of it.
Oh.
And those are what were $2. And I was too attached to the idea to put them back, so I had to pay like freaking $40.
Well, still, that's not bad. That's 20 boxes.
Oh, it's a lot, yeah. There's enough to decorate it in here for sure, like hang them around, dangling down and stuff.
Yeah, but you know my affinity for skulls.
Yeah.
So that's the reason during Halloween, I had to stay out of all big box type stores because I'll see a new skull and I'll be like, ooh, I want that.
These big retail stores, they'll get like 1 or 2 big shipments like in July and August and have it back in the back, and then they don't order anymore. So when they run out, which they always run out before Halloween.
I love how you say big retail stores when you're actually talking about Walmart.
Well, Walmart, Dollar General, that's where I'm, buy a lot of my decorations from.
Best place to get decorations.
They run out of skulls first, too.
Best place to get decorations, even though it's a little bit higher, is Walgreens.
I've never even looked in there.
Everybody looks over Walgreens.
Spirit of Halloween's decorations are kind of high, but that's where we got El Jefe.
Well, that's also where you got the glove.
Yeah. Was that your first Freddy glove?
Yes, because I remember I told you I ordered one last year.
It never came in?
It never came in.
Did you get your money back?
They sent me a refund.
Oh.
Well, I reordered it at the beginning of this year to make sure I had it. And it's one of those real metal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not movie accurate, but it's pretty close. And I was like, hell yeah. It was like 80 some odd dollars.
Yeah, they got some pretty good ones in the $100 range, and then there's a gap. Like you go from a toy to that, and then the next step up is like ridiculously like.
Oh yeah, you go from $80 to $100 up, and then it's
to like movie prop
like $200 to $300. Yeah,
but they're really really nice. Like there's some company that Robert Englund himself endorses that makes Freddy gloves.
Well, then you sent me. I can't tell you how many YouTube links on how to 3D print your own, and then how to make your own out of metal,
your own out of sheet metal and stuff.
So I actually thought about doing that, but I ordered another glove, and it still hasn't came in yet.
Are you ordering these from Wish or something?
No, it's a individual Halloween prop site. I'm not even going to say the name of it because I don't want to give them any good or bad or anything. But it still hasn't came in.
I'm not going to spoil anything about the Sandman because it's still pretty fresh. But I think I mentioned on the...
Hang on, dude. That is no longer fresh at all. That hourglass has been turned a couple times by now.
Well, maybe on the next episode we'll talk more spoilery about it. But I wanted to mention it because I think in the first part of this episode I said I'd seen maybe it was you said you saw one episode.
No, I told you I was already caught up.
But I've since watched them all. And they even released an 11th episode. Did you know that?
That I did not know.
It was an animated... They just randomly put it out there.
I do? Well, you said we're not doing spoils, so I'm not going to say anything else.
Hang on. I got to pause it.
Leave a little blank spot. Blah, 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 blah,
yeah, we had to take a quick bathroom break. I really said all about Sandman in the first part that I liked it. It was good. Also watched the movie Prey. That's
awesome.
That was really really awesome. Still mad they didn't call it Predator since it was a prequel.
Yeah, you need to drop that, man.
And well, I think it's clever.
Just drop it.
And well, I guess I'll save my comments about it for the next episode. We did a successful Le Bonheur benefit at the VFW.
Did you ever get a tally back on it?
I think we raised a couple $1,000s, something like that. And I told Tara I'm taking her to next time I buy some scratch offs at the gas station.
Taking her anywhere we go.
She's a rabbit's foot.
Yeah.
Alicia bought a bunch of raffle tickets. I wasn't even all sure what all they were raffling off. We were just, buying raffle tickets.
That's what I did.
To contribute to the cause, basically. And she gave a bunch of them to Alex and Tara, and they just kept she won so many things that she finally told them just to draw somebody else's name.
I told her. That's what I told her.
And then they pulled the next ticket. They're like, all right,
we'll draw her name again.
She's like, no, keep going. That's still me.
That's what I told her. I was like, look, people's going to think this shit's rigged.
There was a bunch of other people that won stuff too, though. But
not as many as she did. She won 2 coolers, a gift basket, a bag.
Alicia won a $100 gas card.
$100 gas card.
But the main thing I wanted to win, we didn't. It was a big old Bluetooth speaker. That thing was dope.
Well, I bought a couple $100 or let me say about $100 worth for a guitar and a tent.
I donated the guitar.
Yeah, and a tent with a big ass nice chair.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the big red chair. And
yeah, I remember when we got there, she had the cash. She was like, what do you want me to get a raffle on? I said, raffle, get some on that tent. And then I saw that Bluetooth speaker. I was like, no, get a bunch for the Bluetooth speaker. I want that. But we didn't win it. But that's all right. I went to a very good cause.
Oh, very good.
And yeah,
cause.
I fixed up that Ibanez acoustic. I put some new strings on it and cleaned it up real good. And it had a small hole in the side. And like, it just so happens our Killjoy stickers fit perfectly.
See, I didn't know that. I was like betting on a defective guitar.
Well, you don't know it. It just looks like it's got a Killjoy sticker. So whoever won it's going to be like, man, I don't give a crap about Killjoy. Let me get this off of here. The sticker. They're like, oh, no.
It was a country dude that won it.
Yeah,
one of the guys that does not like Killjoy.
One of the many.
Where we played at, yeah.
Speaking of which, I said Killjoy like 10 times. Where's the bell?
Oh,
here it is. Oh, that was horrible.
Yeah, you got to...
under some stuff. And speaking, I can't find my Le Bonheur hat that I bought.
You asked me if it was in a Jeep, and I got to tell you something. I still haven't looked.
Oh, okay. We'll go look.
There's a lot of stuff.
If it is in the Jeep, I know where it is, because...
There's a lot of stuff.
I think I remember taking it off and just sitting it behind me in the back seat.
Oh, God. I'm sorry, then. We'll find it in a couple years.
Okay. So, yeah, that was a really good show. There was a bunch of bands that played.
Killjoy went over... Well, hang on. Hit it again. Killjoy went over extremely well.
You know, I admit I'm my own worst critic, but this is one show where I'll pat myself on the back. Well, for a couple reasons. You ran sound, and you know how to run sound for Killjoy. If you don't, you've only had 20 years of practice.
Yeah.
But secondly, Sean was out of town. He went to Chicago, so I had to play guitar with Rob, and of course, which Rob played most of the songs, and he's fine by himself. He don't even need me. But there's some songs that had two guitar parts that just needed to be there. So I picked up the guitar for like the last half of the set.
And I'm thinking this should be assigned to you. Even with Sean playing, you should pick the guitar back up.
I was afraid I'd be too rusty, but we had a good rehearsal, and I did pretty good. I'll go ahead and brag on myself.
I thought it sounded great.
I was expecting way worse out of my guitar playing. Of course, I've been singing these songs forever, so I wasn't really worried about that. But
well, I don't know what the fans were expecting, but I wasn't expecting what the fans put out.
And I got lucky on Rob's equipment is top notch too. I think I was playing through a Mesa actually, which you can't go wrong there. So, yeah, everything sounded good. It went over good. We raised some money for Le Bonheur, which is always good. This is a yearly thing. We do it every year. That was a little redundant, but we got some other. In the next episode, I'll pull up our show dates that we got coming up, because there's a few.
All right, you said it's a yearly show, and we literally had a week to put this together.
Oh yeah, that's right, because we were gonna do it in October.
We was gonna do it in October,
but that was this Le Bonheur thing they do.
It was April or August the 27th.
Yeah, it would have been past the deadline of the thing, and what the thing is, Love's Truck Stop, which is where our drummer Steven, he's like a manager or something of one of the stores, and
we might want to bleep that because he might not want us to tell everybody where he works.
Okay, yeah, that's true. But they do this month-long Le Bonheur benefit, and that concert that we do is a part of it at like the end. And like to do it in October, it'd be past when everything has to be turned in to send to Le Bonheur. So we went ahead and did it with short notice. And I got to give credit to the place at the VFW. I think they
step up every year.
Don't they match what we make at the door or something like that? Or maybe
what we make at the door. I want to say they give us the bar.
No, I think part of it, or like half of the bar or something like that.
And they also make a huge donation on top of that.
Yeah.
It's an undisclosed donation, but...
Yeah, Steven likes doing it there because they really, step it up.
They don't charge us to do it there to begin with. That's a huge thing.
Do they normally charge to do stuff there?
If you do a show there, yeah, they take a cut of everything.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, they take a part of the door, but in this case, they
actually match the door.
Yeah.
They match the door and give you half of or part of the bar, and yeah, that place is a. I mean, it's a VFW, so they know all about donations and.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that's one gig. You know, we know is going to be on the books every year.
I just gotta say,
COVID derailed it a little bit, but we actually that was one of our few COVID concerts that we did.
Yeah, we did one during COVID.
I don't know what COVID lasted more than a year. I don't know if I think we did skip 1 year when it was like really when the COVID thing was like in a heavy effect.
COVID thing was beginning of the year, and that was one of our first shows coming out of COVID.
I can't remember. It may have been like TupeloCon where
that's when
it was just perfectly placed between.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Like we did TupeloCon, the podcast did, and like the next week they shut the place down and started the whole shutdown thing. And so then, like by the time they were starting to let stuff happen again, was when it was time for the next year's.
No, we skipped 1 year at TupeloCon.
We did?
Yeah, because COVID was still such a. It kept resurging.
When did it really like? It was 2020. Like what month?
February is when I was.
When did everything shut down completely? Like the whole world just stopped.
February.
That was in February of
2021.
Really?
We did that's when we was off work now.
The reason I know that 2020 is when it started getting bad is because there was a commercial. It was a funny commercial. What's his name? Captain Obvious. It's like a Hotels.com commercial or something.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, I'm you from 2019. Or no, I'm you from 2020. And it was the guy, and it was him from 2019. He's like, you're not going to believe what happens. The whole world runs out of toilet paper and everything shuts down.
Oh, it might have been 2020 then. And we came back in 21 and 22. I don't know.
We'll start fact checking our stuff one of these days.
We won't. Then we wouldn't be the podcast we are.
That's right. Giving you misinformation since 2017. We got a lot of cool stuff happening in October, man. We got the new Hellraiser movie coming to Hulu.
I'm iffy on this, man.
Why's that?
I've been reading a lot about it.
I thought it was going to be a series, but it's a movie.
But I'm still kind of iffy. Just the person they've got playing Pinhead.
Yeah.
He's a great actor. She was in the movie Sense8, which I loved. I just don't know how a female interpretation of Pinhead is going to come over.
Well, in the books, it's a female.
I've never read the books.
The books that the movie's based on.
Yeah, I've never read them.
And what's his name? Clive has given her
Clive Barker
his thumbs up.
Well, so has the guy that plays Pinhead. He said he can't wait for it so he can see how she does in his role.
I know his name. I'm just
I can't. I do too. Doug Bradley.
Yeah, he gave her his thumbs up. And
yeah, but Clive Barker is.
But Doug quit playing Pinhead a while back. There's actually been a couple of straight to DVD movies with other people.
I've seen all of them.
Which I don't know how old he is, but
well, click on his name right there.
I guess he's just retired. You know, he is 68. He still does a lot of cons and stuff.
He's nowhere near too old to quit playing Pinhead. Especially if we want Robert Englund to keep
I keep saying it, but I think England's got one more in him, dude. Maybe somehow figure out a way to pass the torch to Bacon.
I think
maybe Freddie needs to make some bacon.
Oh,
you know that was 7 shades of
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever.
Yeah, we always called it making bacon.
Well, that's what Clint called it
back in the Piggly Wiggly days. Like he was uncanny with that,
and he still is.
Yeah.
It takes them a minute.
We did a
longer now
podcast. Well, now there's more Bacon movies, so it's easier to connect. Like, in case you don't know, the 6 degrees of Bacon is you can connect any actor to Kevin Bacon.
No, any person.
Yeah.
Not just an actor. It's supposed to be any person.
Well, some people haven't been in movies.
But they know somebody who knows somebody, and that's how it's supposed to go.
We always did it with actors. Like, any actor in the world, you can connect to Kevin Bacon within 6 steps. Like, you would think of like somebody who's never been in a movie with Bacon, but Clint will come up with somebody who was in a movie with somebody that was in a movie with Bacon.
And you can, the game's played a lot of different ways. You can almost pick any person. But I think
it's funny because it was like an internet sensation before internet. Like, it went viral.
I remember playing it way before.
They were doing it on like talk shows and stuff.
Yeah, I remember playing it way before the internet, when you actually had to buy magazines and look up people and stuff.
I was never that good at it because I suck at names. I mean, I just had to look up Pinhead's name, for God's sake, which I knew, I just couldn't remember, which means I don't know or didn't know.
No, we knew who it was. We just couldn't recall it.
I think that's called a brain fart. There's Halloween Ends is coming out next month. Or what's the release date on Halloween Ends? Let me look that up.
A new Halloween movie? Hell, I ain't watched the last one yet.
I think all these new ones, they filmed all at once, I think. I don't know that. But yeah, this is and I got to be honest, I don't really like it when they say like the final Friday. Like, they did that in Friday the 13th Part 4, and how many have they done since then? Or like, Freddy's dead, and then they did another one. Like, stop saying something's over, because Michael Myers is not going to go away forever, even if he goes away for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't say this is the final, like back in the 60s, they said this is the final vampire movie ever. We're never going to see Dracula again. We're never going to see Frankenstein. I mean, those are cemented characters. I think we're going to be seeing basically forever.
I'd like to know how cemented that character was in the 60s compared to now. Of course, Dracula and Bram Stoker's been around since the 1800s.
Oh, yeah, I watched the original Nosferatu from like 1920.
22.
22?
Yes.
It's actually, I'm glad I watched it and then the remake, because it's kind of neat seeing.
There's one that's supposed to be coming out, and it's supposed to have came out already for the last 10 years.
Well, that last remake was in the 70s, wasn't it? Have they done another remake?
Supposed to have been one that come out in 18 or 19, and it keeps getting put off.
So yeah, this is supposed to be the last Halloween movie, and they're calling it Halloween Ends. But like I said, it's like Motley Crue signed a contract saying they'd never tour again, and they're on tour right now.
But that was for so many years, wasn't it?
No, they said that was their final tour.
Wow.
They advertised it as the final tour. This is your last chance to see us until we do it again.
Well, I remember when Ozzy said he was like, no more tours.
And then he did the Retirement Sucks tour.
Yeah.
I think that was a medical thing, though.
Hang on.
You're just rubbing it in now.
Drinks here. And Mark.
The internet exploded. At least my internet did.
Mine did too. My Google is nothing but stuff about that.
There's some big Friday the 13th news, which we knew the lawsuit was over. That's what had Jason tied up for so long. The lawsuit stuff is over, so he's not tied up in legal red tape stuff.
Okay, does the lawsuit actually? What did come about? He can actually go back to making movies?
The director and the writer of the original film were in court for years because
I knew what
there's a law in Hollywood that says after so many years you can reclaim the rights to something you wrote. And he reclaimed the rights, and they started fighting about it, and he won. So he's got the rights to the original concept, which is Pamela Voorhees, yes, Camp Crystal Lake. The problem is Cunningham owns the hockey mask wearing adult version of Jason that we all know and love. So they basically can't do it without each other. So they're having to figure it out.
How have they done it?
They haven't even
for the last 9
Would you notice? And somebody brought
take
this
that back.
up.
12 movies.
Somebody brought this up. Well, that law didn't kick in till whenever this started. I think it's like 30 years or something. You can reclaim.
They can go back to one of our previous.
There's been several franchises that happened with, but they pointed something out, and I guess it's in relation. They stopped calling them Friday the 13th movies, and just did like Jason Takes Manhattan. Jason.
No, it was always Friday the 13th. And then,
but on all the promotional stuff, it just said Jason X. Jason Goes to Hell.
I think that was just promotional.
Jason Takes Manhattan. You didn't see Friday the 13th in the promotion. I don't know if that was a part of it or not, but if you look at all the covers of each DVD or Blu-ray or whatever, it's prominent. Like it is funny how it just like it's prominently Friday the 13th, but then all of a sudden it's like Jason something.
Never really paid attention to that.
Yeah, if you look at the covers, it's kind of like, huh, that is weird. I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but I do know that Sean Cunningham has a, what do you call it, Cameo account, which Cameo is a website where you can get celebrities to give you a shout-out. Like, you can pay them money to say, happy birthday, Kelly, or something like that.
How much would it cost us to say, Real Pop Culture rocks?
I don't know. They'll probably charge extra for that. But yeah, you
I heard y'all's podcast. No, I'm charging extra.
Exactly. But no, he's got a Cameo site, and under his bio, which he's since changed since the internet exploded, it said something to the effect of, my name's Sean S. Cunningham. I'm the director of all these Friday the 13th movies, including one coming in 2023.
Well, all the news I've been sending you is stuff about the newest one that's fixing to come out in next year.
Which tells me if he says there's a movie coming, again, he's changed it since then. I forget what it says now. It just basically mentions that he's done all these Friday the 13th movies. If there's one, I don't know if he means it's going to start production in 2023, or
I think
if
he means it's coming out.
Then that means they were working on it during the lawsuit, which surprises me because it takes a lot of money. He must have had serious faith, enough faith to put
backers.
But nobody's going to back a movie they don't know if it's going to get made or not because it's tied up in legal troubles.
They do it all the time. Otherwise, stuff wouldn't get canceled like Batgirl.
Oh, too soon. No, I don't know. Yeah, somebody had enough faith to put some serious money into it because if it's ready enough to be done next year, it takes a long time to make a movie. They've already been working on it.
Well, they never just said when next year either.
Like they've probably had to have already done like all the casting. Well, first of all, let's back up. They had to have a script, probably several scripts. They revise scripts. That's like a several month process.
Yeah,
getting the script right. Then you start screening the actors, all the people that's going to be in it. Then contracts,
the question is,
the legal.
Who will be playing stuff? Jason? I know who you want. I know who you want to play it.
No, you don't. I think you'd be surprised.
Really?
I think you'd be surprised. Tell me who you think.
Kane Hodder?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm right.
No, but I think Derek Mears would be the way to go.
I think Derek Mears, to me, is a bigger,
he's younger, like
intimidating looking Jason.
At this point, like Kane should have.
C.J. Graham alum played an awesome Jason.
Yeah,
he's a big guy. He's really intimidating.
He's tall, but I think Derek Mears is taller. Which you can make. I
think he is.
You can make somebody look as tall as you want him to. I mean, look at Lord of the Rings.
Man. Look at Facebook.
Look at. I'm sure there's a filter now. You can just put it on there to make you like a giant.
I need to find that filter.
I'm sure it's on Snapchat or Instagram. Everybody loved the reboot. Like most, there's some hardcore Friday the 13th fans that hate everything. It seems like, but
I like the
most
reboot.
Everybody agrees that reboot was fine, and they could have continued from there. But it's been so long now. I think they're going to try to do another reboot, which I don't see it being necessary.
I don't either. Everybody knows the true story of Jason. Don't do a reboot. It's like doing another reboot of Batman or Spider-Man.
Yeah,
just pick up on one of them and just...
We know how we got here.
Exactly.
No matter how old you are, you pretty much know.
We know the pearls falling on the asphalt. We know the famous quote by Uncle Ben. Just go start later.
Yeah. I'm fine with that, but
that's the one thing about the new Friday the 13th reboot that I did like. It didn't start at the beginning.
Well, it kind of did.
It kind of started way.
It did a brief recap to catch us up to. Yeah, very brief.
And that's just for new people.
All it showed, and it came out in 2009, so don't nobody say nothing about spoilers. It showed Pamela being decapitated, and it showed. It basically did a very short brush over of like parts 1, 2, and 3, kind of.
But you know what? I'm fine with a very, very short brush over like it did. It didn't start back in the 50s. It jumped back to. I honestly think it said think it said present day.
Yeah, the look and the feel and the storyline was fine to just continue that, but I don't think they will.
The only thing I didn't like about it was the whole tunnel system.
Oh, I thought that was neat. That explained a lot.
It took away from the supernatural presence of Jason.
Well, see, now they said in an interview, the writers, directors, and everything that, when you do a Jason movie, the first thing you have to decide is he supernatural or is he just a badass guy?
Yeah.
Like Michael Myers is kind of...
Michael Myers is kind of supernatural, too.
Yeah, they're kind of leaning towards that now, but I think in the beginning he was just...
an escaped, insane asylum person. Yeah.
Strong, powerful man.
I don't care how strong you are, you ain't taking shots to the gut and getting up.
I would say there's... And this is kind of what I like about some of those characters is you don't know. There is no explanation to it.
And that's what I did like about...
And when they try to explain it, when they did that cult of Michael Myers in like part 5 or something, it was like really weird. But they brought the occult into it.
Didn't really go over well, man.
If you try to explain... It's like when they tried to explain the Force in Star Wars. It took away from it. I don't want to know about your midichlorian count.
It's like when they tried to explain Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, don't do too much... explaining.
I mean, the explanation
let it be
that
a mystery.
He was the son of
Why does Jason
maniacs?
keep coming back? Why? We don't know. How? The whole question is part of the story.
Yeah.
To me.
It's the unknown in horror that's scarier than the known.
And I'm in all these Friday the 13th fan groups and stuff on Facebook, and they're all the time arguing with each other. And I'm like, dude, part of the fun is sometimes trying to make sense out of movies that have continuity just out the window. But, because there's an argument that Jason was supernatural to start with because he survived his quote-unquote drowning. That's how he appears as a grown-up in part 2.
Man.
Yeah, well, and then that's the thing that's debatable because they say in the first 4 movies, Jason is a guy. And then in part 6, he becomes supernatural when he's returned from the grave.
He became supernatural at the end of the second one when he got a machete across the face or an axe across the face.
That's the debate, though. That's what they argue about is at what point.
And he was hung in a barn.
Yeah.
With a pitchfork stuck through him.
That was 3, right?
2.
That was 3.
He still had the potato sack on.
He was hung in a barn in part 3.
He was also in part 2.
Of course, Jason's had every...
He's been hung.
That's what I say. Jason got stabbed in one of the movies. He got stabbed in probably every movie.
He had a boat propeller take off half his face. This ain't a Jason podcast. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to dial me in on the Jason talk because I'll go.
Me too.
I'll go
this
too
horror
much
movie, we can keep going.
But it's fixed to be October, so I mean, this is what this is going to be, for the next couple of months.
Especially if we get some really good news on Freddy and Jason.
Hopefully, this resurgence in the Halloween franchise will kickstart some of this.
I don't know if there's ever been a die down.
Well, I mean, with honestly, Jason, there definitely has been because of the lawsuit.
Well, I don't think that was a die down in popularity of Jason, though.
Here's another thing I'm looking forward to. They haven't even been able to update the game, and that was a huge popular game.
Did you ever play the game?
I've got it.
On Nintendo?
Oh, no, not that one. I've got a copy of it.
Dude, you can't win.
It was horrible.
You cannot win.
It was just it made no sense.
I spent $100 on that game when I was a kid. I
went back and watched
all year round.
I watched somebody playing it on YouTube the other day, and I was like, "Oh my god, it's just as horrible as I remember." It was just they slapped Jason on the cover to sell copies, and it worked. I've got a copy.
I've got the original cartridge.
I'm talking about the one that came out in like I don't know what year, 2016 maybe.
I did not know they redid.
Maybe earlier.
I didn't know they redid one. What system's it on?
I've got it on Steam. I play it on the computer, but I think you play it on PlayStation 3 or 4.
Probably be 4. I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
A lot of people play it online because it's you can play with other people. You can be Jason or a counselor or a somebody that Jason's hunting.
Camper?
Yeah.
That's what you was in the original one. You was just a camper.
Yeah.
You might have been a counselor. It really didn't explain much.
Which I'll say I didn't play it a lot simply because it's a community thing, and I was late to the party. Like, I didn't get it until I built my gaming rig.
I'm not big of an online person either.
Yeah, I'm not a big gamer anyway, but it's Jason, so I bought a copy of it. And let me see what year that came out.
Well, hey, why don't you look that up? Pause it.
Okay, so I pulled up eBay, and you can get a copy of the Friday the 13th game on Switch, PS4, and Xbox One.
I've got a Switch.
Well, you should switch over to Friday the 13th.
Oh,
you actually like that one. And according to this, it came out in 2017, so I was close.
I do need to see if I can find that on Switch.
It's fun, man. Like, me and you could get on there and play together. Like, you could be Jason trying to kill me, and I'll be running from you, and vice versa.
So a Saturday night?
Do some live action Friday the 13th.
I'd be afraid you'd get too much into it.
I'm already too much into it. So that was a big thing too. Is like this lawsuit kept the game, because that's the big thing now is updates. Like a new patch comes out, or a new level, or new what do they call it?
Just an update.
Yeah, but it sort of like there's this one game that I play. It's a D&D game, Neverwinter, but like it's almost like a whole different game now because of all the service packs and updates and add-ons. Add-ons, I think, is what I was looking for.
Well, I know Clint plays WoW, World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And he says every time they do an update, it's like a completely new game.
I loaded that on my system, and I've never really played it. I like opened it up one time, but I haven't played it. Again, I'm just not a big gamer. I don't have time for that.
I don't even know why I bought a Switch, because I played it for like a month.
You played religiously when you first got it.
Yeah, and I haven't... Dude, I don't even think I've plugged it in and charged it back up in a year and a half.
I think we've talked enough about Friday the 13th. So if you're skipping ahead, you can stop hitting the bump button.
Well, they won't know that yet.
Well, if they're just, what is it, a 30-second? I guess it depends on what platform
15,
you're on.
I think.
Some platforms are 30 seconds. I think you hit it
Spotify's
and it'll jump ahead.
15.
Because I skip through commercials sometimes.
I do too.
Some podcasts do too many. Hey, and the cool thing about us being so unsuccessful, we have no sponsors, so you don't have to worry about commercials. Nobody wants to advertise with us.
I was going to say, I don't complain about
if
commercials.
You want to, though, we will make you a commercial now.
Because that means they are successful enough to do this for a living.
Yeah.
Or at least a extra money.
I do this to help my bank with my overdraft fees. Not help them, not help me.
I was finna say,
I have more overdraft fees because of the podcast.
That's what I was going to say.
That helps keep them going. So I'm a sponsor of my bank.
Apparently I've got too much money laying around that I just got to throw into the podcast.
So moving on from that, She-Hulk. Let's talk about that. Spoiler free.
I'm only 2 episodes in.
I'm 3 in, I believe. I think 4 comes out soon.
5 just come out.
Really?
4 just come out. Because they come out on Wednesdays, I believe.
Oh, that's right. It's House of the Dragon that comes out on
Sundays. And we're only 3 in on that so far.
Yeah, I'm caught up on it. We'll talk about it later. I'm enjoying it.
We'll talk about it next episode.
Yeah. I think She-Hulk's fun. It's
funny.
Well, I guess it's a comedy.
I don't like, they're only like 22, 24 minutes
They are really
long.
short. I think there's a couple of reasons for that. I think this was kind of like, okay, we're doing something different. Let's make sure this works. And 2, it's even though a lot of people complain about the CGI, those special effects are costly.
Expensive. Well, I don't think the CGI is bad on it. Of course, I've only seen 2 episodes, but
I mean, it's not their best, but it's not. I mean, it's what I would expect for a TV show.
Dude,
it's not as good as like Thanos or something, but that's an Avengers movie. You would expect.
Yeah, you got to have that blanket money.
I think when we see her on the big screen, she's going to look more.
You think they'll actually put her on the big screen?
I don't see why not. She was. Was she an Avenger? She was something. She was in one of the groups.
Oh, she's been in 2 or 3 different groups, but I don't want to say which
I don't
ones.
want to. Yeah, I'm not as big of a Marvel guy as far as comics.
Well, I'm not just a. I like Hulk. I like the rest of the.
Well, I
Avengers
liked all
and
the Marvel stuff.
but-
That's not where I spent my. I could only buy one comic book.
Yeah.
So I bought Batman.
Well, that's because you had a bigger allowance than me. I bought all the cheapest comic books they had on the rack. The 15-cent comic books, even though all the rest of them cost $3.
Well, my mom would go once a week to Big Star, and they had a magazine rack. And then if I went, and I would always go with her. And she said, "If you'll be good, you can get a comic book."
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would go straight to the rack, and I would sit beside the one I'm going to get her to buy me, and then I'll read all the other ones while she's shopping.
Oh, wow.
Because I knew I couldn't buy them, and I wanted to keep up with it. So I would like speed read all of these titles.
What grocery store?
Big Star. It's now called Food Giant.
See, we had a Big Star, and but every one of theirs was enclosed in plastic, so you couldn't.
Oh man,
you couldn't read. You had to go off the cover.
Bummer. See, some of them did come out pre-shrink wrapped.
Yeah.
And I would always be like, "Dang it, I'd love to read that."
Well, they weren't even shrink wrapped. It was like a Ziploc bag. They had the perforated thing on the top.
Yeah, unless they came from the factory that way, these weren't. Matter of fact, I would always get pissed off because they would cram too many of them in there, and they would put a crease on where the little bar held them.
That didn't bother me.
So I would go back into the back and get one.
Because you didn't want to know what I did with my comics after I read them.
Well, we weren't collecting comics back then. That wasn't even a thing. You bought comics to read. You would roll them up, stick them in your back pocket.
That's what I did.
They'd get dog-eared from hell from tossing them in your locker, swapping them with your friends, and
put them in a box and just throwing stuff on top of them.
Yeah, bags and boards didn't become a thing until like the 2000s.
But I had a cousin. His dad used to work for a bread company. Or no, chip company. He worked for Tom's Chips. And he would make his deliveries whenever they were throwing everything out. So he would go back there and pick up all the magazines and comic books and everything that they were throwing out for that week to make room for the next ones and bring it back home to my cousin. And dude, he used to like, "Oh, you ain't read that yet? Oh man, I've got 27 copies of it."
What happened to flea markets? Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
We used to go to the flea market.
Flea market's going on this weekend.
They'd have flea markets and they were 99-cent comics and stuff like that.
Well, that's all a Tupelo con is. Or a con is. A
Yeah.
nerd flea market.
True. Oh, so what were we talking about? She-Hulk.
Yes.
I like it. It's fun.
I like it.
Is it my favorite Marvel show that they've put out? No, but it's fun.
Well, how many other
I think she
TV
should be
shows
bigger.
has Marvel put out?
And they do. I didn't read She-Hulk comic books, but I'm aware of them.
She's almost the same size as Bruce, as Hulk.
No, she's a
in
lot
the
smaller.
comics. In the comics.
I think she varies in size depending on which run, but I'm not saying she should be like when you go from Bruce Banner to Hulk. I mean, there's a huge change. Smart Hulk's a little smaller, but she's even smaller, a lot smaller than Smart Hulk in the show.
Well, maybe it's how she became a Hulk.
That's true. That could have something to do with it.
Because
She's
Bruce
just as
was
powerful,
dosed.
though. Yeah, I just think she should be a little bit bigger when she transforms.
I think so.
She doesn't even have to.
But she's proportionate when she does.
She doesn't have to
transform.
change clothes. Like, I guess it would be kind of awkward if all her clothes fell off.
Well, yeah. That might be just a move.
But
the
like
TV
Hulk,
rendition,
all he can keep is what's left of his pants. Like
which isn't much.
which is basically shorts by the time he transforms.
And honestly, the pants he wears would be gone too.
Thankfully, they left the pants on there. Yeah, I bet in quote unquote real life, I bet he's probably had a few blowouts, especially on the backside area. It's like, oh God, he's mooning us. But no,
Let's just be
I'm
thankful they didn't show that.
I'm enjoying it. It's fun. It's funny. It's cool. I liked it. Well, that's kind of a spoiler. I won't say that, but I guess I should just move on
I
to
just
the next
like
thing.
the new direction they're going. They're keeping
different.
Hulk relevant by bringing her in. So
I'm not going to talk much about House of the Dragon. I've been enjoying it.
Let's definitely leave that for the next
what
one.
What shocked me is I found out how many spinoffs are in the works for Game of Thrones. It's like 5. Like some of them are animated, I think.
So, and that's half of what it was originally planned.
There's a bunch in the works, a bunch of stuff. Oh, and I'm glad I remembered to mention this. There's a companion. If you watch it on HBO Max, which I guess that's the only way you can watch it.
The audio companion?
Yeah.
The podcast? Yeah.
I've been listening to that. It's really good.
I haven't.
It's good.
I'm waiting till the
what
show's over. That way I don't get spoilers.
You won't, because there's an episode for each episode. Like,
okay.
Like it's sort of like The Talking Dead, but it's a podcast. You know how The Talking Dead would come after Walking Dead, and they would talk about the show, each episode? That's what this is.
Out then.
And there's some leading up to the first episode, too.
I was thinking that they was going to do, like, spoilers and stuff. The reason I hadn't even checked it out.
I mean, if you listen to the one that you haven't seen yet, of course, it'd be a spoiler, but...
Well, we
just
watch
don't
them as
listen
soon
to
as they come
If
out.
you haven't seen episode 3, just don't listen to the companion of episode 3, you know what I mean? So, it's really good. I've enjoyed it. There was an interview with... Well, there's a lot of interviews on it, but the first one I listened to had George R.R. Martin on there talking about it. And, yeah, it's good.
Well, from what I heard, this...
And it's just called House of the Dragon.
He turned down so many different spinoffs because this is the spinoff he wanted to tell after Game of Thrones.
And he's involved in all these.
He turned down the First Men spinoff.
Was it him or HBO that shut that down? Because they did a pilot.
I thought he did.
I wonder what vault that's in.
Well, apparently it's going to come out later.
Are they still going to do it?
From what I was reading.
From what I heard, they did a pilot and they watched it and was like, no, we're not going to put our money on this.
Yeah.
So
this is the one that.
So there's an episode of The First Men out there somewhere
that George held out on because this is the story he wanted to tell. Which I got to say, so far, he's doing a damn good job of telling it. The cast is good. I mean, of course, it's got Matt Smith in it. Which, how weird is it seeing Matt Smith as a bad guy? Well,
but is he? I mean,
that's what I was going to say. I put bad guy in quotes.
Yeah, he
kind of is.
I think that's going to be part of the story going forward is that relationship there. And that's all I'll say because we're getting into spoilery stuff.
Yeah, I really want to spoil something on this last episode, but I'm not going to do it.
Episode 3 was really good.
Wow.
Yeah. Episode 3 could have been a season finale.
Almost, yeah. Just his badass. They could have stopped it right there and been like, all right, folks, see you next year. And I'd have been like, okay.
Thanks. All right, before we wrap this up, is there anything else? We basically just mostly caught you back up from the time we missed between the first part of this and the second part.
We need text. We need phone calls.
Yeah, we do. We almost lost our Google number again. Evidently, Google voicemail numbers are in short supply, so they keep trying to steal it.
So, guys, if you're listening, just text us.
Say hey, and we'll give you a shout out.
Where are they going to text us at?
662-767-4487.
Yeah, just text us anything. Hey, guys, y'all doing a great job. Hey, guys, you suck.
Or both.
Hey, guys, y'all do a great job at sucking. Just anything. If you want to talk about anything, if you've got an idea.
Or a correction. Hey, y'all said this came out on this date. It was actually this date or something like that.
No, dude, we won't be able to keep up with Google if they do corrections on us.
That's true. But it's better than nothing. Right now we're getting nothing. No voicemails, no texts.
Yeah, come on, Tony. I know you're still out there cutting grass.
Or email us, popculture4, that's the number 4 real @gmail.com. I like the way I say that.
I like the way you said it. Do it again.
I can't. It's
Pop culture for real.
That's the number 4
@gmail.com.
It's not FOUR. You got to specify.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think I've ever been to an email or website where they actually spelled out the number.
I need to get this edited and published today because I'm fixing to be traveling.
Oh, save it for the next podcast.
Because by the next podcast, I'll be back.
No, we're just finna do another podcast. Just a whole pod.
I know.
You've been bragging about being caught up. We finna get caught back up.
Yeah. Well, I need some time to edit this, and then we're going to do another one.
You don't have to edit. We're good.
Just upload it.
Just upload it. You know what? Roll that beautiful
Come
bean
as you
footage.
are. What
Hi, guys.
I'm fixing to ask what I ask at every episode. Which episode number is this?
That I don't even know. I meant to look it up.
I
think it's 188.
We probably do need to fact check that.
I think it's 188, but I'm not 100% for sure.
No, 186.
Man, I think Potomatic's off.
Yeah, this will be 186. The last episode, we, I don't know what we talked about.
Oh, shit. I do, because that was the one you released on my birthday.
Where's the description? Halloween plans, tabletop gaming, Iron Maiden, and much more. Oops.
Hang on, they're going to think the podcast is over because they just heard the music.
Well, I mean, it kind of is over.
Oh, all right.
Thanks for listening to episode 186 of Real Pop Culture. We've been broadcasting live from high atop the first and only floor of the Killj headquarters at the Killj Ranch. Love you. Bye.
Love you, mean it.
He does.